All right, folks, today we're talking about our foundational movements again, which is, if you've been following all along, this week we're talking about our top 4 foundational movements. That's the term I use for it. Squat, hip hinge, press, and row are 4 primary movements that you're gonna use to get stronger, and then from that, to build excellent conditioning and burn fat more efficiently and reshape your body to the most athletic look you can achieve. So today we're talking presses. Now with presses, we are going to press both this direction as in a push-up, or what we're going to learn today is a floor press, and we're going to press overhead. Now, as always in this video, I'm only teaching you 3 of the primary presses we use, but I like lots and lots of other presses, even the floor press. Today we're going to do it like bench press. You could do it with 1 belt. You could do it seesaw style. There's so many different ways to keep kettlebells diverse and fun while still working the same motions, okay? So, building a strong shoulder and arm, all right, what we're gonna primarily focus on here is tricep, shoulder, pecs, some upper back in terms of stabilizing, okay? And the primary movements we're working on today, number 1 is called a seated press. I love this press because it takes our typical military press, which military press just means thumb at my collarbone, elbow down, forearm is vertical. From here with a kettlebell, we love kettlebells because they give us full range of motion. If you're used to dumbbells, you can't start like there because the thing's in your face, right? With kettlebells, we're gonna come all the way down, right? And we're gonna be able to have it rooted, nice and vertical, and we'll press straight up until our arm locks out and then straight back down. So it allows that full range of motion. Now that's the standing military press, which is great. It's gonna get firmer tricep, nicer shoulder and upper back definition, but we're gonna make it a little harder and bring your core into it. What I love for you is cutting down your workouts. I know you're busy. I know you don't have an hour and a half to live in the gym, right? If you're not 20s and single and all that jazz, you probably don't wanna spend tons of time in the gym. I'm gonna show you how to do it much more efficiently. And how is get strong and use full body movements. So our first one's called a seated press, all right? So I expect that you already know and are comfortable with the typical kettlebell military press. In this motion, I'm gonna make your abs work harder and all your typical press muscles work harder. Don't be surprised if what you press overhead standing is harder or even impossible, and you have to go a little bit lighter in this, but certainly harder than standing with the same weight, okay? So I'm gonna be sitting with my legs out in a V and my posture is nice and tall. If you are one of my super uber tight guys, or some of the women I work with, but more I see in the guys where heels are down, hamstrings are so tight they can't have their legs flat and they're crumpled over like Cro-Magnon man, this is not for you. Stand back up, do your presses, work on your mobility, get your hamstrings looser. But if you can nail this position, legs flat, my knees are pinned to the ground and locked out, my sternum right here is pushed up to the sky, and I'm able to put my arm locked out with my bicep next to the ear. That's the key to all good military pressing. If you can do this, knock this out. This is a great strength move, meaning low reps. So you're gonna pick this up with 2 hands, keep it nice and close to your torso, put your thumb at your collarbone, and you're gonna press up through the motion till you lock out the elbow and right back down. Did you see that, how when I come up, I'm trying to get that bicep right next to the ear and my arm is locked out, right? I only expect you to get 2 to 5 reps with this move, okay? So again, here, chest up, pick it up with 2 hands, keep it close, thumb at the collarbone, and this arm is off. If I cheat and use the floor, I'm cheating my abs. This arm's off the floor, abs tight, and we're gonna press up and down, and press up and press down. And just get the feeling of that motion with just a couple reps at a time and see how that works. And then what we'll do is when we do some strength sets, we'll build that into there. We'll use seated presses sometimes into there, okay? The next one, I'm not teaching you an easy one here. This one is one I will admit is a little bit challenging to learn, but I love it. So if you continue to follow me, you're gonna wanna get good at it. Every client I work with, I make them commit to getting good at this. It's called the seesaw press, okay? So I'm gonna show it to you correctly. We're gonna break it down. We're gonna pick up 2 bells now. We're gonna keep our butt tight, and we're gonna, without bending our knees, we're gonna swivel our hips. And when I swivel, that side goes up. So I swivel and I press at the same time. Now just like a seesaw, both bells move. So I push and pull, push and pull, push and pull, push and pull. Great? All sorts of funky stuff happens when people do this. They do stay in a lifestyle and their hips go the wrong way. They rotate, they bend their knees. We gotta take all that extra superfluous motion out of it, okay? We wanna focus just here. So let's do this together. Cross your hands over your chest, and I want your knees completely locked out right now. I want you just from this level, I call it hold the baby, hold the baby, hold the baby, okay? To kick our hip out, we hold the baby. I don't have hips, but you know, if I did, that's what I would do, all right? So kick, kick, kick. Now what I'm saying again is my knees are locked the whole time. I'm just swiveling at this level, straight right, straight left, till it locks out. Good. Once you've got that, now we want to match our arms to that. So I'm facing you, so you're looking at the wrong side of me. You want to mirror me. I'm going to do my right arm. You're probably going to want to do the opposite arm. You're going to swivel. I'm going right, and the same arm goes up. So my right hip is out, my right arm is up. Now, at the same motion, I'm going to swivel my hip and switch my hands, right? So I switch, push, pull, push, pull, push, pull. Always focus on getting, my hip goes the same way as the press bell goes up. My hip goes the same direction as the press bell goes up. When in doubt, practice it without a weight, and then pick up your weight and do it. So with the weight, this is what it looks like in action. We're gonna take it, we're gonna press, and we're gonna push, pull, push, pull, push, pull, push, pull, push, pull. Great, and down. Unlike the seated press I showed you, which is really more of a max strength, like low rep for strength, seesaw is probably more geared towards high rep, muscle endurance, fat burning, kind of intense, right? So higher rep sets, time sets, things like that. That's how they're gonna be used a little differently. But seesaw, if you follow me, learn to love it. The other one you wanna learn later, but I'm not gonna put in this video because it's a little advanced, is our clean and push press. If you follow me again, after 30 to 60 days, you wanna learn the clean, because we're gonna use that a lot, all right? Let's talk about our last press for the day, because we gotta address this motion. Push-ups are an obvious, and I'm gonna do some videos down the road on being able to do a good bodyweight push-up, because it's imperative for you. At any age, unless you have a specific injury that precludes it, you should be able to do a push-up. But for now, we're gonna do one that's easier for a push-up that everybody out there can do. It's called a floor press. Now, I've invested in Bosu's. I think you should too. A Bosu's about $100 if you buy the typical one off Amazon or wherever you buy them. Buy a Bosu. A Bosu is your best toy to add to your kettlebell gym with your kettlebells. Check out my building a kettlebell gym in under $200 video. That's where I talk about that. So floor press, we're gonna work our pecs, our triceps, and our anterior shoulder. All right? So on our Bosu, we're gonna sit, unlike our ab motion, we're gonna sit all the way to the floor. My butt is against the edge of the Bosu, and I lay backwards. Don't get your hips up yet. I'm gonna put my palms facing up, slide them into my kettlebells, and I'm gonna curl it and keep it real close to my torso. Do not do anything out here beside your body, right? Don't pick it up from there, don't put it down from there. I'm telling you, I'm warning you, you will hurt your shoulders if you do that, okay? Close to my hips, I curl them up, keep them right level with my chest. Now I push my belly button to the sky. I'm in what's called a glute bridge. From there, I'm gonna press straight in front of me and straight down. Straight in front, straight down. Straight in front, straight down. Always returning, and then when I'm done, I'm gonna sit them right next to my hips. I'm always returning in that motion. I know it's hard for you probably to see from the side, but in that motion, when I'm on the floor, I'm bringing it right down under my chest level, right? So you should always bring the bells here, not out wide, in here. Now, floor press could be used for strength or for endurance and conditioning. If it was for strength, you're gonna go heavier. You're gonna press 2 to 5 reps. For endurance, you're gonna go lighter, and you're gonna do faster reps, okay? So hopefully that was helpful today. Today we covered our pressing motion. Overhead presses, floor presses. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. Please make sure you subscribe to my page, 39-Minute Workout with David. I will continue to produce great kettlebell content, how-to videos, and awesome workouts coming. You're gonna get the hotel workout this week and some other great stuff to follow. So make sure you keep following me, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next time, folks.